everyone, my name is Aditi Merchant. I am a sophomore major in biomedical engineering, and more importantly, I am the co-founder of Big and Mini. So, as a little bit of background, Big and Mini is an organization that connects youth and seniors to basically combat social isolation and loneliness, and create just really mutually beneficial friendships that last a lifetime. So, kind of through the process of founding Big and Mini, I've learned so much and really had the opportunity to kind of see what it means to kind of take an idea that you kind of have on a whim and turn it into something that's going to be a viable business. And I'm so excited to share some of that information here with you guys today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. My first tip as a female entrepreneur is when you kind of have an idea, regardless of how crazy or absurd it might seem, to actually go ahead and take some action and see if that idea gains traction. I know personally when we were founding Big and Mini, a lot of times we were kind of thinking like, what if this doesn't work? Is it really worth it to put a ton of effort into this and try and make it successful? But I think just looking back on it, that initial spark that led us to just kind of creating something and just trying things out and seeing if it stuck was just so important to kind of making this organization that now is affecting thousands of lives. So I would definitely just really recommend, if you have an idea, don't give up on it. Just put it out there, see what people think, and really just see if it can become something viable. Because I honestly think that's one of the hardest parts of creating a business and making a company come to life. So that would be my first tip. My second tip is to make sure that you're surrounded by people who you know are going to be supportive and who are really going to help you kind of create a team of people who have complementary interests and can really create something great out of your idea. So I know personally I do have co-founders, and all of us have just very different skill sets that are very complementary to each other. So we have someone who works more on like the engineering and software development side of things, someone who works on like the long-term goals, and then me personally who works on like more of like the nitty-gritty of the business ideas. And I think having those like different combinations of characteristic skill sets is really, really important to making sure that you can get your idea off the ground, just because it makes sure that you have different opinions on different topics at all time and no one is stepping on each other's toes. So surrounding yourself with either co-founders or board members or whatever that might be, with people who are really supportive of you and complement to your interests is something that's really important to do. My third tip as an entrepreneur would probably be to make sure that you seek out help and know when to ask for help whenever possible. I know initially when we started out, like I didn't have any experience in entrepreneurship. None of my co-founders had experience in entrepreneurship. So reaching out to mentors right off the bat and getting people who kind of knew the space a little bit better than us was just so critical to our eventual success. And that can be a little difficult and frankly quite intimidating to do at first, because you're just honestly emailing people, connecting with people on LinkedIn that you've really never talked to before but could potentially help your idea. But honestly, it proves to be really successful, especially if like in your subject line you do something catchy that mentions that you're a college student wanting to found a company. People are usually really receptive to that and can become strong mentors and advisors that are going to help you for months and years to come, hopefully. So definitely know when to ask for help. Definitely make sure that you're getting advice on and learning things that you don't know from other people as well. My fourth tip would definitely be just to remain true to yourself and your company's mission throughout the entire process of creating a startup. A lot of times you're going to be faced with just a ton of people coming at you and giving you advice, whether that be like VC firms who might be throwing money at you, telling you to like pull your organization one way, or mentors who usually have good intentions who might be telling you to do something that kind of contradicts their mission. There's just going to be a lot of people coming at you and telling you a lot of different things, and you really do have to make sure that you're filtering out kind of everything that you're hearing with a critical filter that kind of evaluates like, it does what they're saying match up with our mission. So for us, our mission was always social impact first, and we've had so many different people come and tell us that, oh, maybe you should do something that profits off this, or maybe you should kind of make sure that you're like doing something that is going to charge your users a little bit of money, because it'll ultimately help you be more financially sustainable. And I think a lot of times we take that advice obviously into consideration, but just because it kind of does contradict our mission a little bit, we do take it with kind of a grain of salt at times as well. So making sure that whenever you're getting advice and whenever you're hearing from people, that you listen to it, yes, but also make sure that it fits in with your mission before actually implementing is something that's just really, really important to allow your business to grow and thrive in the long term in the way that you want it to as well. And I would say my last and final tip as an entrepreneur is just to be resilient. A lot of times things are going to be difficult, things are going to be hard, and you're going to kind of think back and wonder why you're going through this process and if it's really worth it. And a lot of people think that entrepreneurship is something that's a little is relatively easy, and you have an idea, you turn it to reality, and it's kind of goes through there. But no, it's something that's incredibly difficult and at times really draining. So just taking time for yourself when those moments happen, and just kind of taking a step back and remembering why you actually started the process in the first place and what caused that spark to make a change is something that's just super important. And kind of adding on to that, especially when you're going through those low times, it's really important to kind of recognize the high moments that the journey has kind of brought you. So for example, whenever you have something that's going really, really well, making sure that you like note what happened or record kind of how you're feeling at that moment. And just keep a running log of those moments. It's just going to be super important for when you're going through those times where you kind of are wondering if it's worth it, because having that to read back over will really remind you of why the process is so great and what it really means to be an entrepreneur and why so many people want to pursue it. So definitely recommend that as well. And then just find people that you want to be around, who are going to be supportive of you, and just go for your idea. So I guess those would be all my entrepreneurship tips. Good luck. And if you want to learn more about Big and Mini, you can head to our website at bigandmini.org. Good luck with whatever you guys are doing, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Bye.